Going on, Goofy Gamers? I'm here with.
Ben Tamarkin.
And what'd you do today?
I got first at the Phantasm Gaming PS5 tournament.
Awesome. What deck did you play?
We played Fire King, Tri-Brigade, Horus.
Alright, let's get into it.
Sure. First off, with the Fire Kings, we played 2 of the Onyx. This was really, really good. No notes. 3 of this. 3 came up a lot. There were a lot of times where like your whole grind game revolves around you just like destroying one of these into your deck with your Runics to just like out a board and just like eventually kill them. 3 of this was perfect. It was great. Only 1 of this. It's very cloggy in your hand, and if they ever banish it with like a DD Crow, you can actually bring it back off Revolt. I did that a couple times where like it got banished by like a Tridane, and it just like revolts it back. Really cool. 1 was fine. I don't think you need more. Like I said, it gets really bricky at higher numbers. And then for other Fire Kings, we played 1 Barong and the 1 of Arta. Definitely didn't want more than 1 of this. It conflicts really hard with the Tri-Brigades for your normal summon, so you're almost never able to normal summon this for your combo. It's more so in there for a negate on your opponent's turn with Kieran, or to give you 2 8s for like a zombie vampire play.
Oh, nice. How often did you use the Monster Negate?
Monster Negate? Once, maybe twice. Like, I think just once, actually. But like, I had it on the field and like linked it off multiple times. For tries, 1 Nerval, 1 Karis, 1 Fractal, and 2 Kit. I was talking with Brad, who I built this with this morning. This probably should have been a 3. Just because there were a lot of hands where like you have Island plus thing, or like Kieran plus thing, and you always want other thing to be Kit.
Yep.
And there's a lot of other cards that like pitch these for free in this deck, like Imseti or Black Witch. So like maybe if I was gonna play this again, I probably will never play this again. I just like up this to free. But that's it for the Tri Monsters. Now we play with 1 Revolt.
Nice.
Yeah, really nice, tight.
Is that fucking common? You know those ultimate rares, right?
This is all original.
Alright.
Except for the Nerval. The Nerval's not. Horse stuff, 3 Imseti, the 1 Happy, that's really standard. And then we were also playing the 1 Dophamat. This was in here just because it's another tri-type. Like, all of the ones not named Imseti are tri-types. But it was just really nice to have access to even more tri-types just like on demand with like a Sarcophagus or like with the Imseti. Just like dump things for free for your tries to set that up. And there were a number of times where I just like hard open either of these, pitch them with the Karis, and then I'm just like able to play. So I do these a lot, and they suck. But sometimes they're just tri-types, and that's not horrible. And I always, if I ever do Imseti, it was always with Sarcophagus. So I literally would go Sark pitch this almost every single time I saw him. It was terrible. This deck pissed me off today. I lost every single dice roll. I was 0 for 7 in dice rolls.
Yeah, but first place is first place.
No, yeah, like that part's great, but like, come on, throw me a fucking bone.
Absolutely not. Min getting the double 6, game 3. I mean, what was that? The finals?
Yeah, it was in the last round. He rolled a 12 on me. I was like, oh, I guess I lost. An 80, you know. Played a Dual Star package. This is really standard. It was very good. If I ever saw this, like, this is my favorite card to open. It's the best card in the deck, for sure. It deserves to be $100. Fire King spells from like 2 islands, 2 sanctuary, and then 1 of the really good quick play. This was fine.
Quick play's new, right?
These are the new ones. This is old news. So this plays this from your deck, and then this also protects this, and this is what allows you to XZ summon on your opponent's turn. And this is really impressive. This is an awesome piece of interaction that lets you just blow out multiple cards on your opponent's field. If you have 3 Fire Kings, you can kill 3 cards. If you have 1 Fire King, you kill 1 card. I didn't see this a whole lot, and I never used the Grave Effect once to like protect your shit. But I really liked having these. I thought when I was building this that I'd maybe want like multiple of this card because I just think its effect is so impactful. But like actually having played it, I can see why everyone's playing it at 1. Like it really doesn't come up that you're gonna need this multiple times. The game's often just gonna like end too soon for you to need multiple. That's it for the Fire King stuff. And hand traps, we played 10. We were playing 3 Ash, 2 Veiler, 2 Nib.
That is such an odd fucking number. Why?
Why is because we value these the highest, and I think these are good, but like, I mean, these are just extra copies of this. But you also like really don't need to see this every single game. Like, there's a lot of decks that like this just isn't that impactful against. I played against a lot of Vanadium and Unchained today where this is impactful, but there's other decks like Rescue where they could play around it, or like other Fire King decks where they just like play around it. Like, there's a lot of matchups where this doesn't feel super great right now, and we just wanted to like play more hand traps, and this just felt like the best one to have in the main deck. But we didn't want to play 3 because it clogs. It clogs really hard.
Makes sense.
It's nice that it's a monster and you can pop it with Island, but it kind of sucks that it's not a fire.
Yeah, that was a really neat interaction that you had game 3 in the finals where you had Typhon up. You said Island, pop Typhon, search chicken.
Yeah, so I had to do that because the card I drew for turn was Imseti, and Typhon was going to prevent the Imseti from activating the effect, so I couldn't just go Imseti pitch to go grab my thing. So I instead had to pop that, and then I grabbed the little chicken just because I knew I had more targets in the deck. So a normal chicken, get a card to discard for the Imseti, and then I was just, he died after that. He had no cards, so he was just noise. Side deck.
Yes, sir.
We're playing 3 the steals. I played 1 tier and a bunch of Vanadium and a bunch of Unchained, so these literally came in every single game, and they were very good. I liked that this wasn't 3 Duress. I liked that it was 2-in-1, because seeing this was really nice. Saw this against Joe in semis, and it was excellent. Like, actually closed up the game super hard.
Oh, 100%.
It was nice that it wasn't a Bruce. It was nice that it was Mag, and I just sacked him with it. 3 roll for Vanadium and combo. That's very good. 1 DD Crow. This is weird. But you can search it. Oh, sure. So 1 DD Crow.
It's a great one-off.
It came up against Unchained that like they outed my thing. They outed my Shurg on their turn. They couldn't kill me, but they sent the Shurg to the grave. They linked it off, and I was able to search this and get rid of their Yama and just kill them because they didn't have the Yama anymore. And I could like blow up their stuff with impunity. And then the last nip for combo. Those are for the side hand traps. 3 droplet. This was terrible.
Was it though?
It was bad. I used it against you. I didn't side it for the rest of the day. I literally didn't side it in a single other matchup. And even against you, you just nibbed me, and I lost the game where I saw this. So the only time I activated this, I lost. Would not play again. In theory, it's in here for Dweller, but I didn't get Dweller once today.
Dweller go burr.
Yeah, like, if there's like a Dweller deck, I can justify this. Otherwise, no. Like, maybe Chalice. Like, I'd probably play Chalice over this, just because I don't like the amount of cards I have to sack from my hand with, like, the various engines here.
No, it makes
Like,
sense.
you discard so many cards between, like, Dark Witch, Imseti, Sarcophagus, Fire King Island. Like, you give up so many cards that, like, this feels really expensive. And if you, like, pair this with a quick plays, it doesn't feel that bad. Like, if you have, like, Wanted plus this, like it did against you, like, it's great. Every other situation, I was not a fan. I might do Chalice instead. And then 3 Cosmic and 1 Harpies for back row.
You obviously respected back row today.
I don't think I started any of these in. Just played the same couple decks and none of those were good against them.
No?
Extra token, haha. I made every single card in this extra multiple times with like maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. So the one Elrush is like, it's doing double duty in this deck because sometimes you need to turn one of your hand traps into a fire to combo for your Fire King Island. So you like normal Veiler or like a Droll, turn it into this, pop it so you can summon the Grunix from your deck. But it also is good for like linking off like Kit and Nerval to just like make those effects go up earlier. 1 SP, 1 IP, Hita.
Holy shit, he's rich.
Not rich. DDO. 1 Xcode. This is the only card in the extra I did not read. I wouldn't cut it because I think this card's amazing, but it's the only card in the whole extra that I didn't make a single time. But in theory, it's very good, and in practice, with previous iterations of the deck, it's extremely good. So I'm not going to cut it. Apo made it like every single game. 2 Shurg. Second one only came up like maybe 2 games, but even then, like I think it's justified. The card's so good. And then that's it for links. Xyz, Coach King. I made this twice, and it won me both games I summoned it in. The card's amazing. I love it. I was really skeptical. And I never overlaid 3 horses for this. I think I kept overlaying 2 Fire Kings and 1 like Imseti for this.
No, against Joe, you did all 3 your Horus.
I did all 3 horse?
Yeah.
I guess I'm a liar. That's fine. Yeah, but this card was incredible. It was really, really good.
Oh, and then you got, what was it? It was Ash?
Yeah, off this, against Tier Limit Game 3 uninterrupted, I summoned this. I drew into Fractal, having not normal summoned. I drew Fractal, Ash Arvada, and it was just like... I sacked the shit out of him that game. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I got
creamy.
very fortunate with the draws. They were all very good. They all came up big time. The Dark Hole guy, I made this like twice. It was very good. This bought me a couple games where like they couldn't destroy it, so they made SP to banish it, and then that meant that I made it to the next turn, and it meant that the Barong and the Ponyx weren't going to get banished from the grave by the SP because they had to defuse this. So it meant that like I just had all my follow-up I needed because this card is just so menacing. Typhon, I made this a lot. Played a lot of Vanadium, and this just breaks Vanadium boards. And then Zombie Vampire. I made this card a bunch. There's a lot of hands where you can't discard a third card to do 3 Horus to make Giant Trainer, or just like you're pitching a hand trap that you'd want to draw off the Giant Trainer anyway. And this digs 1 card deeper than this in terms of like making things visible, and throwing like the tries in the grave is like a really good thing. So I never like I made this a bunch. It was very good. But this is like in theory better if you can get to it with no extra expenditure. And I was really close to making this against tier, and then I just made this instead because making this against tier was suicide. So I'm really glad I didn't make it against tier.
I'm glad you didn't either.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it's 40 in the main, 15. I really hated this deck today. I'm not gonna lie. I probably won't play it again. I feel like I got very lucky in a lot of my draws and interactions, despite losing every single dice roll.
People don't know what the deck does. You get carried by it. But I think you played very well.
That some people didn't know what the cards did, and that's how I won like my first 2 rounds. Basically, it's because like people didn't know how to like properly play against it, even though I'm pretty sure I should have lost them both. So,
nah, I drew 3 fucking Shavara, dog.
Well, that's your fault.
Oh yeah, it's a skill issue.
I guess. But yeah, play more Tri Brigades, I guess.
Absolutely. Any shoutouts?
Shoutouts? Brad, he built this deck in the morning. We built this like on the phone, like we just theory crafted it over the phone on the way to the tournament, and like threw it together in like 10 minutes. It's fine.
Sounds good.
I'm definitely not gonna play it again.
All right.
Okay.
Signing out.